Hey guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Nice to hear The Bright Side girl, and today we're going to talk about all of the trilogies and series I own that I haven't read. So, hi, welcome if you're new to this channel. I am a book hoarder. I usually am able to find books for around $1 to $4 here in Southern California at our local library bookstores and book sales and Goodwills and things like that. I'm currently not doing that, but I have collected a very large amount that are mostly here behind me, and so I thought it might be fun to kind of go through my shelves and show you guys the duologies, trilogies, and series that I own the complete set of that I haven't read yet, and see what you guys think I should put next on my TBR list. Don't be shocked, there are a lot of popular things on here. There's just a lot of reading to get to, and I didn't start jumping into YA until like 3 years ago. There's that. I already know the popular ones that you guys are going to want me to read, but there's some other interesting ones that might pique your interest as well. So grab a cup of coffee. This might be a long video, but we're just gonna start picking things off the shelves and talking about them. So I'm just gonna go in order of what I have on my shelves. So we are going to talk about the Lotus Book Wars. So there's Storm Dancer, Kinslayer, and Insinger. These are all by Jay Kristoff, who is the co-author for the Illuminae series and Aurora Rising, which I really enjoyed, like his writing style. So I don't really know. I feel like this is kind of Japanese twisted fantasy folklore. I don't really know. I just know that I like Jay Kristoff, and the girl on these covers are super amazing. So this is one I want to get to. I have this higher up on the priority in my head just because I like Jay Kristoff so much. Next up, we have the Looking Glass Wars. So we have the Looking Glass Wars, Sing, Red, and Arch Enemy. I think that's the correct order. So these are Alice in Wonderland retelling. I believe it's an adult Alice in Wonderland retelling. I just like any retellings. These are kind of higher up on my priority. They've gotten very mixed reviews. I think they're a little bit more like battle, war-esque style books. So yeah, let me know if you guys have read these. Next up, we have the DC Icons series. So this, I don't think that these interconnect. They might, but they're all kind of a part of the same thing. So we've got, I don't know which one goes first, but we've got Catwoman, Soul Stealer, Batman, Nightwalker, and Wonder Woman, Warbringer, and then there's also a Superman one that I don't have yet, but I thought I'd include these anyway. Again, I don't know if these interconnect. I need to figure out if they go in a certain order. Sarah J. Maas is Catwoman, Maria Liu is Batman, and Leigh Bardugo is Wonder Woman, so they're written by some of our beloved authors. I think I am a superhero person, so I'm kind of going to have to read one of these and see how I feel about them. But yeah, here they are. Then we have the And I Darken trilogy. So we have And I Darken, Now I Rise, and Bright We Burn. These are all by Kiersten White, and they're humongous. So this is a retelling, reimagining of Vlad the Impaler, which was actually a real person. And I think the story is about Lada, who is the female version of Vlad. And it's like war and family and politics and all kinds of crazy stuff. So very interesting. I met Kiersten White last year, I think it was last year, and I really liked her. She's really funny and sweet, and I need to read other things from her. These are a little bit intimidating to me, so let me know if you guys think I should push this high up. Next, we have the Fallen Kingdom series. So we have Fallen Kingdoms, Rebel Spring, Gathering of Darkness, Frozen Tides, and Crystal Storm. And I'll only hold up Fallen Kingdoms. Fantasy series, royalty, war. I don't really know what it's about, but the covers are amazing, and I've heard really good things. They're all by Morgan Rhodes. So I have this entire series. It's also very intimidating. I have it, so I need to read. Very sorry if I don't have good descriptions of things. I kind of like to go in blind and also just off recommendations. So next up is a trilogy I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep. Fifth Wave, Infinite Sea, The Last Star, all by Rick Yancey. So this is the Fifth Wave trilogy. This is on, at least Fifth Wave is on my top 20 books to read this year. I'm probably gonna do these on audio. This is like post-apocalyptic. I think aliens come in different waves. I'm not really sure what's happening. It may or may not be a good time for this, but I feel like I'm either gonna love these or hate them, so I need to get to them really soon. Okay, next up we have the Legend trilogy by Maria Liu. So we've got Legend, Champion, and Prodigy. These are, I think, in that order. So this is a dystopian series. That's really all I know. I read Warcross by Maria Liu recently. really liked it. I've been kind of slowly collecting her works. Have heard awesome things about this particular dystopian, and I really like dystopians. So I am very, very excited now more than ever to get to it. Also have the Young Elites trilogy. So Young Elites, Rose Society, Midnight Star. I don't know if it's interconnected to Legend or not. I think it might be like in the future. Again, dystopian, you know. Then we have the My Lady Jane and My Plain Jane. This is a duology. They technically don't go together, but they have a similar like format. So this is kind of like a mockery of like Jane Eyre and also Lady Jane Grey. And I think they're gonna have another one coming out soon too. So this is Cynthia Hand, Jodie Meadows, and Brody Ashton. Yeah, they just kind of retell the story of those ladies and they kind of twist them on their heads and kind of make fun of them, but in like a fun way, not like in an obnoxious way. So I have the Under the Never Sky trilogy. So we've got Under the Never Sky, Through the Evernight, and Into the Still Blue. Again, kind of a post-apocalyptic dystopian style, but I think this is like the elements kind of attacking us. I don't like you're not supposed to go outside. Kind of seems similar, except that it's because like nature is fighting back. Just correct me if I'm wrong because I don't really know, but I just like dystopian style novels and I've heard really good things. The Ivory and Bone, I think this is duology. So Ivory and Bone, Obsidian and Stars, both by Julie Eshba. So this is like prehistoric kind of fantasy, like caveman type fantasy. I don't really know how they're going to pull this off with like modern language and stuff. So I really need to get to it. It says 2 clans and 1 will survive. I've heard this is kind of brutal. I'm like really excited, but also really nervous. I'm gonna include this one in here even though I'm missing one of the books, sadly. The Raven Boys Quartet. So I've got Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, and Blue Lily Lily Blue. Missing the last one. I had to get to this last year. This is like kids that are searching for a dead Welsh king and there's like magic and I think psychic abilities, and the main girl, like if she kisses her true love, he dies, and just like a whole bunch of different things happening. Heard amazing things. Really want to get to it this year. The Crown's Game duology with The Crown's Game and The Crown's Fate, both by Evelyn Skye. This one has been kind of compared to The Night Circus, like fantasy but dueling magicians, which sounds really cool. Heard really great things about this from a few people, but not a ton. So I'm kind of excited to dive into it, and we gotta love those duologies because it takes way less time. I'm gonna include this trilogy too, even though I'm missing the middle one. So the Nevernight trilogy, which is Nevernight, and then I'm missing God's Grave, and then there's Dark Dawn. So again, Jay Kristoff, really enjoy his writing style. This is an adult fantasy. It's supposed to be particularly brutal because I think it's like about assassins. Like, I mean, there's like blood and stuff. To have kind of a different format. We'll see how I feel about it, but definitely getting to this one, well, hopefully this year. Orphan Queen and the Mirror King. So I don't know what these are about. This is definitely a duology by Jodie Meadows, some kind of awesome fantasy. One of my friends traded these to me and I was really excited to receive them. Carry On and Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. I recently got Wayward Son in on a trade. I will link my latest swap and trade video up here in the cards for you guys. So this is a kind of spoof on Harry Potter, but kind of its own thing as well. So we've got Baz and Simon, and they're kind of frenemies, and Baz, I think, is a vampire. Simon's like a magician and a wizard, and there's a magical school. I've heard amazing things about this. It's on my high priority for 2020. Again, recently got this in a trade, so that video, I'll talk about this a little bit more. The 1000th Floor trilogy. My friend Alyssa sweetly sent these to me, and these are kind of sci-fi futuristic Gossip Girl style books. So everyone lives like in this tower and there's like different tiers of society and drama and just like dystopian stylish things that are happening. It sounds really great. And then we have the Rose and the Dagger duology with The Rose and the Dagger and The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Audier. Really popular, kind of a retelling of 1001 Nights. So it's got like that Arabian Nights type feel to it. Girl that has to marry a prince, and apparently he's killed like all of his last wives, and his last wife before her was her best friend. So kind of really interesting and supposed to be romantic as well. The Black Widow duology, I think it's a duology again. Black Widow Red Vengeance and Black Widow Forever Red. So this is by Margaret Stoll. This is part of the Marvel series. I'm not sure if I'm gonna love these or not, but we're gonna try them. Okay, I'm actually going to stop this video here because I did not realize I had this many, and I feel like it's gonna take a really long time. And while I would love to put out like a 45-minute video, I think it'll be better to do this in sections. Hopefully I'll get the next one out shortly after this because I have a lot left to talk about. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you guys are excited for me to read any of these. Let me know if I should bump them up on my priority list. I will also link my top 20 books I want to read in 2020 up here in the cards, because I talk a lot about these different series and things like that. I know I'm super behind. Let me know if you're behind on these as well. And I will just see you guys next time. On the bright side, bye. And then Obsidian, Obsidian.